In February this year, the Birmingham Buddhist Centre was filled to capacity for the second time in a month. People came from all over the UK and from Ireland to hear the second in a short series of talks that Sangharakshita is giving this year. It's been a while since Bhante has given any public talks because he's been spending much of his time writing his memoirs. But recently he wanted to communicate to the movement some of his latest thinking. In January, he gave the first talk, entitled A Life for the Dharma, which is based on the life of the great Indian Buddhist Atisha, and drew out themes relevant for Buddhists practicing today.
Supposing we do find even the practice of ethics in a flawless way difficult, what shall we do then? Is it possible to go back to something even more fundamental? Well, it is, fortunately. If we find even the practice of Shila, ethics, difficult, well, we should just practice dana or giving. At the very least we can do that. And through dana, through giving, in all sorts of ways, we learn to empathize with other people. And we can therefore say that imaginative identification with other people, with other living beings in fact, is the foundation of ethics. And in this way we get back to the path of regular steps. We start making progress again. And this is what Atisha did.
The second talk, entitled Standing on Holy Ground, was an exploration of his poem, The Scholars, and addressed the dangers of an overly intellectual attitude to Buddhism.
Nowadays, we're faced by a rather different problem. Nowadays, we're not frustrated because we get stone instead of bread. Nowadays, we get too much bread. Better to say, there are too many good books on Buddhism available. Books that we would like to read, maybe quite scholarly, but based on a certain amount of spiritual experience. Also, there are really too many reliable translations, too many in the sense that there are more of them than we really have time to read. So let me make just a few suggestions, as I'm sure quite a few of you must find yourselves nowadays in this sort of position. So first suggestion, read, if you possibly can, books written by Buddhists, books in which scholarship is subordinated to understanding and practice and experience of the Dharma. Second suggestion, read books that concentrate on the basic Buddhist teachings, on the Four Noble Truths, on the Noble Eightfold Path, on conditioned co-production, on the Bodhisattva ideal, the Bodhisattva path, and so on. Don't bother with material dealing with obscure, peripheral schools and teachings. Third suggestion, read the Buddhist scriptures.
Both these talks are available on video from Clear Vision.